Welcome to Top of the Tree, a Tepper family Christmas tale. Once there is a wise old man named Rolly who is blessed with an angel as a wife and 6 princesses as daughters. His greatest gift to the world were his daughters, all smart, compassionate and beautiful. Each daughter chose their most special person as a life partner. And each of these partners sought the wise man's approval as the most loved son-in-law among the 6 of them. The first son-in-law married the second eldest of the princesses. This was the first wedding of the family and such a special occasion.
"This pleases me no end," announced the wise man. "You will have your star placed at the top of the annual Christmas tree in honor of the first marriage among my daughters. You are particularly honored for supporting my beloved Collingwood magpies as well. This surely makes you number 1.
Young Darren, the humble son-in-law, was quietly chuffed with his top-of-the-tree status. Soon after, another suitor came to the wise man announcing his marriage to the eldest daughter.
"This pleases me no end," said the wise man. "It is surely a delight to have my eldest daughter's hand in marriage. You are particularly honored for being a doctor and choosing to live in Melbourne, my favorite city. Your star will go to the top of the tree as a symbol of seniority. This surely makes you number 1.
Dr. David, the husband of the eldest daughter, was quietly chuffed. However, young Darren was concerned when he heard this news. A third marriage was announced soon after, this time to the 4th daughter.
"This pleases me no end," said the wise man. "You are young and strong, and I am particularly delighted with the gifts of Johnny Walker Blue Label whiskey you deliver with each of your visits. Your star will be placed at the top of the tree to symbolize your youth and generosity. This surely makes you number 1.
Young Simon, the new husband of the 4th daughter, was quietly chuffed at his elevated status. Dr. David and Darren, however, were a little concerned upon hearing this news. The 4th wedding was that of the youngest daughter. A huge family occasion.
"This pleases me no end," said the wise man. "It is surely the dream of every parent to have their youngest daughter married. You are particularly honored because of your ability with tools, a kindred tradesman. Your star will go to the top of the tree as a symbol of our connection. This surely makes you number 1.
The husband, Scott, was quietly chuffed. However, Dr. David, Darren and Simon were growing concerned upon hearing this. Not long after, a 5th wedding came to pass, to the 2nd youngest daughter.
"This pleases me no end," said the wise man. "You are particularly honored among the sons-in-law because you own a pub and a farm. As a symbol of my love for both these things, your star will be placed at the top of the tree. This surely makes you number 1.
The husband Tony was quietly chuffed. However, Dr. David, Darren, Simon and Scott were all concerned at this news, especially when Tony was such a relative newcomer to the clan. In the meantime, the 6th daughter had settled with a handsome young man after traveling the world for several years.
"This pleases me no end," said the wise man. "It is surely every parent's dream to have their daughter close by. You are particularly honored for including my name, Roland, in that of your firstborn son's name. Your star will be placed at the top of the tree to symbolize this wonder. This clearly makes you number 1.
The handsome man, Dean, was quietly chuffed. However, the other brothers-in-law were all concerned at this news. Desire to hold the coveted spot at the top of the tree looked likely to create jealousy among them. But just then, the angel of the family, Lois, announced that the decorating of the Christmas tree had now been completed. And all stars were equally placed on the tree.
"Surely it is every parent's dream to have each daughter and their partner sitting equally in our hearts. You are all number 1 to us."
And Dr. David, Darren, Scott, Simon, Tony and Dean were all quietly chuffed with this news, especially those who thought they had slipped down the tree recently.
"I am pleased," said Darren. "I am happy," said David. "I am Simon," said Simon. "I am relieved," said Scott. "I am on the tractor," said Tony.
Turning to the wise man and the angel, handsome Dean smiled and said thank you, suspecting he was secretly the favorite.
The brothers-in-law loved each other and continued their loyal and wonderful relationships, even though occasionally one of them moved another star down the tree, which they all agreed was juvenile but acceptable in the circumstances. Merry Christmas.